we are in the midst of the second day, and my next guest is Artur. Welcome, Artur.
Nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you. And Artur, so you mentioned that your talk was about how to utilize AI with JVM, I guess with Java, with JVM languages, with Kotlin, and what's not. So let me ask you, how?
Okay, probably by going to the DevOps, because most of the talks during that conference seems to be about that particular topic, to the level that, for example, Microsoft have 6 talks, 5 of them is about the AI in different flavors. So you could say that we are ready for that. However, I think this is a more complex topic than it looks on the surface, because we are currently in the stage that Java as a platform is preparing itself to being ready to go full stack with the AI development. Maybe a bit of context. I'm the head of Java Kotlin development in the company that is consulting company, Virtus Lab. We are current steward of Scala. And however, we have also a lot of customers working in the different domains. Also Java, that's why my role is necessary. And a lot of those customers who are coming to us, they are asking, okay, we are Java enterprise, we want to go full stack with Java, because adding new language, even if just the Python wrapped in the fast APIs, things like that, we do not want that, because we do not have people who can write Python. We do not know how to recruit them. We do not want to just add additional dependencies to our to our stack. No, understand?
Understandable. But what we heard from Microsoft and Google and everybody is that there is a silver bullet called Launcher for J. You just use it, and boom, you have the entire breadth of AI models at your disposal in Java, in your Java code.
And the truth is, if you want to use external API, that's the silver bullet, because you can do that. You have Cloud of this world, you have the GPT of this world, you have also Anthropics, Mistrals, a lot of different models.
So I guess the caveat is if you want to run your own models using JVM.
Yep. And here we are coming to the interesting part, because JVM as a platform, it's getting there. However, we are still waiting for some projects, because I love the current development of the Java as a platform. We have all those different projects, all those different approaches that are moving it in the particular direction. And one of the directions, it seems to be AI, because everybody knows that's the future, and probably after that conference, I'm even more sure that's the future. Everybody is talking about it. I don't know if the next year's DevOps will be fully that AI covered. However, a lot of topics will stay with us. So
what do you need in order to run your model on the JVM platform?
GPU, because most of the models in the production environment, they are run on the GPU. Currently we have models that run on CPU. For example, we can run on CPU Llama 3 Java. There will be tomorrow's session about it. We have JLlama. There will be tomorrow's session about it. You can have a session about each of the projects during DevOps. However, they are not ready for the prime time, probably. I do not want to just say that, because there are use cases where it will be okay. However, most of the current models, they are prepared to run on the GPU. And
that makes sense. So, and do we even have access to GPU from JVM?
Okay, this is complex stuff. However, we have. I can say we have, because we can run any code written in C, and we are doing that from since the beginning of Java. We have JNI. We can just take the CUDA library from the NVIDIA, run it through the JCUDA. They are special libraries that you can use just to run CUDA code, and you can use any hardware, any code that runs on the specific hardware. Okay, however, there comes complexity with that, because what JCUDA is working looks like in practice, you need to write the spatial kernel code that is written in the quasi-C, that unfortunately is just run like the eval in JavaScript. So for years, we are currently, and JNI itself is problematic. Nobody wants to write JNI. So from one direction, we have Project Panama that is trying to make running all those C libraries in the more human-friendly way, I would say developer-friendly way. So this is one approach. We have JExtract, we have Vector API that allows us to use the CPUs in the more efficient way, so to run on CPU. However, there are also a lot of different initiatives, and it was through the years to make Java more accessible for them, make GPUs more accessible for the JVM.
All right, so I think that was excellent introduction to where we stand in this space. So let me make sure I understood. If you want to use third-party models that run in the cloud, you just do
no problem. You can do that.
Launcher4j,
Yeah.
and you're golden. If you want to run your own models, this is where things start to get
If you want to
complicated.
run on CPU, we probably will, we are still waiting for the vector API. We are still waiting for the part of Valhalla because, for example, we will have access to the half float, so memory structures that will make it easier. Vector API is already it's in incubator. However, it's already used by the project. JLama is using it. Llama 3.java is using it. JVector is using it. A lot of projects that are quite production ready. They are using Vector API, which is incubator. Yeah.
But in the end of the day, this is all for running on CPU, which we don't really want.
Yeah.
We want GPU, and this is where we run into a problem currently. But you're optimistic.
I'm optimistic because there's a lot of traffic, because there's a need. There's a need on the market. Everybody wants Java to be able to run all those GPU-based models, because that's the future. Okay, we can say after the demos, probably, maybe that's the future. Okay, let's go that direction. I don't want to be too futuristic. However, platform needs to be ready. If that's the future, platform needs to be ready. That's why we have projects like Tornado VM that using the parts of the Graal VM and their own data structures to be able to run Java code on the different architectures of FPGA, on GPU, and on other possible architecture other than the standard Intel and ARM, where Java is pretty good. So that's the one approach, and they are doing the wonderful work for that. However, there are also initiatives in the JVM itself, because we have HATS, so the heterogeneous framework for running in all the different hardware, and this is currently in the heavy development. It was announced last year on the JVM Language Summit, and this year was an update about the topic. It's using one of probably the newest project in the JVM itself, so Project Babylon, which itself also creates a special component which is called the code reflection, because the approach that people behind the hats are trying to introduce to the community is the fact that currently we have reflection. So reflection is mostly compile-based. You are able to just create the code we have introduced metaprogramming. What code reflection is going to have, it's giving you a much more details about how code is structured, and thanks to that, be able to rewrite the code on the run in the way that, fortunately, you will be able, for example, take code written in the standard Java and on the fly rewrite it to the particular architecture of the particular hardware.
Nice.
And that's the project that is the future. And it will currently they have very nice case for the Triton language, and they are able to, they are just trying to make it production ready.
Makes sense. Artur, thank you very much. That was very interesting and fascinating. And you all should keep an eye on the greatest and latest from the JVM team, because as Artur and I agree, GPU support in that way or another is coming, and this is where we will be able to run our own models on the JVM.
It is necessary if you want to be a true player in the machine learning space.
And that would be pretty exciting. That would be really,
for sure,
really huge news, not just another wrapper on top of Python or C. Artur, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. And you all stay tuned for more episodes of the Build Propulsion Lab at Belgium 2024, coming right up. Thank you.